you have a demonic assignment of rejection coming against you. And now now that you know that's what it is, we need to break it.
Is it, yeah, no. I mean, like it had me thinking quite a bit of like, kind of where can we go from here? And, so like you just went through 7. If you have 3 of the 7, now, people watching, joining us, listening, they have to self-identify which ones they actually may struggle with. And, look, if you don't struggle with any of it, that's fantastic. But I'm going to assume that most people struggle with probably 1 to 3 somewhere, or at different points in their life, they can think back into their past, and, realize where those were. And maybe if they come out of it, Rabbi, then, it'd be a great opportunity for, if that's you, jump in the comment. I mean, people drop your comments, right? Help each other while we're just kind of sewing into one another in this episode. But I think where
I would, in the comments, I would love to see how many have 5 to 7, because I would say I personally have been battling 5 to 7 because, first of all, for me personally, okay, and CLM, I have set my goals to grow. I have all my Lion Century stuff focused and lined out. We've got business plans, we've got strategy, so we're going. We got the flight plan. People are on the plane, the fuel's in the tank, and we're taking off. Okay, and nobody can stop it. It's going. So now what's happening is there's rejection from outside things that we used to do in the past that are causing issues. The past is trying to stop us from taking the plane off into the future. And so I know that I'm experiencing like all 7. So I can just tell you that most of the people watching, if you tell us in the comment how many you're battling, I'd be really curious. But even if you're battling 3 or 4, I can show you the steps to find out where it came in your life. And then we close that door and come out of agreement.
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and do that.
What were you going to say? I'm sorry, I interrupted.
Well, no, I was just going to throw in, Rabbi, that, being intentional, but also being observant with yourself, with humility, because I mean, you just came out and said, look, I currently kind of, deal with X amount out of the 7. Like that's a lot of transparency. And so I want to encourage people, just be really honest with yourself, because you're here, you're watching, you're listening to this podcast to just grow your faith, to grow spiritually. So just be really honest. But the point I was going to throw in, and it was going to be a question, is it a confidence thing when you find yourself kind of in the pit of that versus, obviously it's going to take confidence in your faith and like your ability to recognize this type of attack, Rabbi, to just be humble, to address it, and to move on and grow from it.
Humble and aggressive, and to move on from it. Listen, I know I've listened to some podcasts. I don't like dropping names of people because I'm not like endorsing them. But, one of the really greatest college coaches has, great skills. And then another business entrepreneur owner. And the question they had to both of them, and it was like, are you going to hire talent that is too confident, or are you going to hire somebody who is teachable and hungry to grow? And both of them said, I'm going to hire who's teachable and hungry to grow. And that's how I think. So what I do is I look at when the Lord brings somebody to us, like we got some hires we're trying to do right now. Yeah, they got to have a certain amount of foundation in the media stuff we're doing. But if they're teachable and hungry to grow spiritually and in the talents and the skills of what we're doing, then, I'm willing to invest the time in it, because that teachability is a huge asset. And teachability is rooted in humility. So that's what you're saying. So I'm just going to be transparent, because I've written a book, everyone knows my story. So you could say, gosh, Rabbi, you're in this leadership role. You're getting attacked by 5 or 7. And I'll just tell you this, the reason I'm being attacked, I'm a target. I mean, I affect a lot of people. I speak into high level people of authority. I speak into governments and they change things because of the words I say. That's not like a normal pastor. And so I understand the authority of it. Also, the enemy hates my guts. And guess what? I hate his guts. So I have learned to love what God loves, and I hate what God hates. And God hates Satan and all his demons. I hate their guts, and I'm never backing off on them. See, and so it's kind of like, okay, but I know how I got here, and they know how I got here, so they're going to use my past against me, especially with the spirit of rejection.
Hey guys, if you love this clip and wanted to listen to the full conversation, all you have to do is hit the link at the top of this video's description. And oh yeah, before you go, do us a favor, do yourself a favor, hit that subscribe button on your screen right now so that you're able to get notifications every single time a new clips video drops. All right, I'll see you in the next clip.